Soils are significant chapters from the perspective of not only India's physical makeup, not only is India's physical geography, but also from the perspective of agriculture, also from the perspective of some type of planning, and also from the perspective of land use zonation as well. Now, the chapter is significant from prelims angle, from general studies prelims angle, for three reasons. First is that this is a topic which can go on to be correlated with Indian agriculture, it can be correlated with land use planning, it can be correlated with anything in physical geography like climate, vegetation, or even relief as well. That's the reason it is going to be significant. And the second is there is in general one question going to be asked with respect to soil and agriculture, linking both of them. These are the two general aspects associated with it. And accordingly, as you can go to see it, there are going to be good number of questions that have been asked here. As you can go to pick it up, which of the following statements regarding laterite soils of India are correct? You're going to take a look on your screen. They are generally red in color. They are rich in nitrogen and potash. And the third option, they are well developed in Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. And the other is going to be, that is, they tapioca and cashew nuts grow well in these type of soils. So ultimately you have to select a correct code, 1 or 2, 2 or 3 and 4 on. The second type of a question is going to be with respect to matching this list. So in list 1 you have soil, and the list second is going to be characteristics. So it goes on to be comprising of saline soil as part of A, and slightly acidic in nature, alkaline soil, low base exchange capacity, peaty soils having chloride and sulfates of Ca, Mg and Na, and laterite, toxic concentration of exchangeable sodium. And of course, this was to be required to be matched in this case. Now, after this chapter, we will be able to answer these questions. Another of this is a statement type question. That is the third question that you're going to see on the screen. There is a red soil in India is formed out of acid, granitic and gneissic rocks. That's statement number 1. The second statement is black soil in Tamil Nadu form basic ferruginous gneisses and schist. The third is lateritic soils formed when oxides of iron and aluminium are leached away. And the fourth, forest and mountain soils are rich in humus. Now, we will have to mark it out which of these statements are going to be correct. Of course, you will be getting an answer to these questions as you go ahead with this section. Another of this question is going to be another statement like, and this is typical representative of a question that can be possibly framed on soils. So it is going to, which of the following statements regarding lateritic soils are correct? Laterization mainly occurs in the regions of high temperature and heavy rainfall. Second is cashew nuts and tea plantations can be promoted by applying fertilizers in lateritic soils. Now that is really applied in nature. Third is lateritic soils have low base exchange capacity. Fourth is it is a very deeply weathered soil. Now of this above, which of these are going to be correct? 1 or 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and whatever it is. There are two components of this topic. One of them is the nature and formation of Indian soils, and the second is associated with the characteristics of the Indian soil. The broad components in the formation of Indian soils are the underlying rocks, which break down by agencies of withering gives the regolith. This is called the parent material. Landform and its configuration, particularly the nature of slope, whether steep, gentle, undulating, is of much significance since this will determine whether the soil is going to be thick or thin, prone to accelerated erosion or degeneration on these passive factors. Climate, which is the most important factor in soil erosion and soil formation, rather, acts through moisture conditions, that is precipitation, evaporation, humidity, temperature and wind. These directly affect the formation of soils. Indirectly, climate has an overwhelming influence on the type of vegetation to be found in a particular region. This vegetation is responsible for the coloration and the structure of the soil, not to speak of the nutrient which it gives to the soil. Only when these processes have acted for enough amount of a time that the soil comes to be formed. Otherwise, it remains immature. None of these factors, however, works in isolation. Moreover, they all have an integrated effect, and every component is inseparably linked with every component, making it a soil forming system. In Indian conditions, there is a wide diversity as regards to geological setting, physiography, climate and vegetation. Therefore, it is least surprising that soils too also going to display such a degree of diversity. The soil forming factors such as the parent material, relief, climate, natural vegetation, each are different in different regions.
Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for more such updates. Like and share the video and let us know your queries in the comment section below.